Hi everyone, my name is Daniel and this is my wife Kym, and we have two boys, Ethan and Oliver.
Welcome to our home!
So this is a 1,500 square foot, 5-room HDB. We've knocked down one of the rooms to make it a more open plan living. The concept is more of a Japanese-Scandinavian inspired home. Something that's very clean, that has a very neutral palette. It is very similar to a holiday home that we stayed in Hokkaido. The color palette was borrowed heavily from that. The Japanese inspiration comes in terms of the color of the wood, which spread across not only the pieces of furniture, but also all the laminates that we use throughout the house.
One of the Japanese design features we really liked was to have sliding doors in our home. So for the bedrooms and the bathrooms, we chose to have sliding doors. That's also to save space instead of the usual swing doors that you have.
What if the door spoils?
Yeah, we have to call the ID. Any repairs.
We lived in Melbourne, Australia for 12 years prior to coming back to Singapore. And we brought back a fire extinguisher that was converted into a lamp. So it was an old 1900 copper fire extinguisher that's been polished.
So it's an Australian fire extinguisher?
Yes, it's an antique piece that we brought back.
When we took it on the flight back, as in someone was asking, why do you have a gas canister on the flight, which was quite interesting to explain to them. The first tip that I can give was to focus on the negative space. We didn't want the house to be cluttered with things, especially with two young boys. We saw value in allowing the furniture to breathe and your eyes to settle rather than having things cluttered. So with that in mind, we had a lot of storage planned, which helps to keep things clutter-free. The second tip is that given that houses are generally smaller in Singapore, we wanted to have a very neutral palette and consistent theme throughout the house, so which allows your eyes to focus. The focal point, we wanted a big table to be the center of the house. We find it important to have dinner together every day as a family, and I like to cook and I like to have friends over. The house has been designed with that in mind. Third tip is lighting and ventilation. So we chose untinted windows for all of the rooms to allow in as much light as possible. We also chose as much floor-to-ceiling curtains as possible, and also the cupboards behind are all floor-to-ceiling, which accentuates the height of the space and allows it to seem larger than it actually is. How do we feel when we get home?
Comfortable, relaxed.
Comfortable, relaxed, yeah. We feel comfortable and relaxed because this is a place that we designed to fit our needs and have the comforts that we look forward to when we finish a day of work.